Hey guys, how's it going everybody? This is TheStormPow, and I'm just making this commentary to sort of talk about a topic that's been in my head ever since about a week or two ago when I got Gotham City Imposters, and I finally decided to throw this together once I started playing this game that you're looking at right now, Nexuiz. No, it is not pronounced Nexuiz like I thought that it was, but I had it phonetically spelled out for me yesterday, and it's actually Nexuiz. I don't know, the spelling doesn't really match up that much, but that's actually how you pronounce it. But anyway, that's a little bit beside the point. But anyway, I was starting to wonder, do you guys think that downloadable games will eventually start to take over the traditional retail sort of deal, where you get a carbon copy disc of the game, you know? I know Battlefield 1943 came out, several years ago, and it was fairly played. In fact, I still think quite a few people play it today. You know, Gotham City Imposters is getting a good deal of attention, because it's a fun game, and this Nexuiz game is getting a decent little bit of attention, and I was sort of wondering, do you guys usually... do you think that this could eventually be the next big thing within, I don't know, 10 years or so? The one thing that I keep thinking is they keep selling these home consoles. You know, the Xbox 720 is supposed to come out around next year, they're saying, and stuff like that. But do you think that there may not be a generation of legit consoles by then? Do you think that there may be some sort of thing that modern TVs come with, and you can download a game straight to your TV or something like that? I mean, I'm just saying that if carbon copy discs end up not being the big deal anymore, what would be the point of having a legit home console when you could just have something already programmed on your television? I mean, it's almost like how VHS was soon made obsolete by DVD. DVD was soon made obsolete by Blu-ray, while at the same time, both of them were being made somewhat obsolete by Netflix and all these other kind of things that you can just instantly stream a movie on your on some sort of home console, be it a computer or an Xbox or a PlayStation or whatever. I'm wondering if this same sort of deal is going to end up happening to the gaming industry. If instead of like going to GameStop and buying a disc for some game, if instead you're just going to be able to hop on your Xbox Live Marketplace or whatever and instantly stream some game or whatever. Like, there may not even be download times that reach, an hour or so, or however long it usually takes you to download a game, because Xbox has already implemented the games on demand, and I'm fairly sure that the PlayStation Network has similar things. I know for sure they do for PlayStation 1 Classics and things of that nature, but you can already download some games straight to your Xbox, and I'm wondering if soon that'll be the primary or maybe even the only way to obtain games. Or maybe what would be somewhat more likely, but not quite even that likely, I was wondering if the multiplayer in these kind of games like Gotham City Imposters and Nexuiz and 1943, if they are going to end up replacing certain factors of a traditional retail game. Now, personally, I can't imagine a gaming world where Call of Duty isn't the biggest multiplayer that's being played. I don't know, that could happen someday, and I'm sure it probably will within my lifetime, but I can't see it anytime incredibly soon. But I'm saying, do you guys think that maybe Gotham City Imposters or Nexuiz, or not necessarily even these games, but maybe future arcade or PlayStation Network games that will come out that are about $15 and they're multiplayer only, do you think that they could perhaps someday be more popular than certain other online games that you would usually pay $60 for? Now, granted, when you pay $60 for a retail game, you get the whole shebang. You get a campaign usually, and you usually get a multiplayer. Most games nowadays come with both. Some of them only have a campaign, but you get what I mean. Do you think that these cheap little $15 games you can download, do you think that they could possibly replace the multiplayer in these $60 games? Maybe to where the carbon copy disc games only cost maybe $40 or $50, and then you can download some other random multiplayer game on the Xbox Live Marketplace or the PlayStation Network store for, 10 or 15 bucks. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because I honestly thought that it was about the most absurd thing I've ever heard when people were saying that Gotham City Imposters was the new COD killer, because for one, I don't see Call of Duty being killed at all within the next little while, let alone by Gotham City Imposters. And I'm not saying it's a bad game at all, but I'm just saying Gotham City Imposters is way too different from Call of Duty. Like, people like Call of Duty for the simplicity, and Gotham City Imposters has a lot of elements that make it crazy, random, and fun. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to diss either one of them, because Gotham City Imposters is really fun, but I was sort of saying that I don't think that it will replace Call of Duty, because for some people, they may hate the craziness and the randomness of Gotham City Imposters, and they may love the fast-pacedness and simplicity of Call of Duty and other games like that. And other people may not like games quite as fast-paced as Nexuiz, which, because it's a lot like Quake. And if anybody wants to compare Nexuiz to anything, I would say Quake, of course. And if you complain it to Call of Duty, I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to punch you upside the face like that. I've played Quake before, and Nexuiz is more like Quake than Call of Duty, but Nexuiz is still on its own little tier. It has its own differences that I like, and, I'm not trying to say it's better than Quake at all, because I don't know. I haven't played enough of either of them to make that kind of statement quite yet, but, I'm just saying, do you guys think that these sort of games could replace the traditional system of gaming? Like, do you think that, the gaming industry is about to experience a Netflix? Like, I'm thinking of GameFly, because it's sort of the Netflix of video games, and I'm imagining a world where on GameFly, you could have GameFly on your Xbox or your PlayStation or whatever, and you could instantly stream a game, That would, of course, require some beast internets and such, but I don't know, I'm picturing a world like that, where you just go on your Xbox, and you know how you have, like, the Netflix app or whatever, you would select GameFly, and you would find your game, and you would be like, instant stream this bitch, and maybe you would pay, maybe $8 a month like Netflix, or maybe it would be a little bit more for something like that, especially if you were getting, like, new releases or whatever. I think that if GameFly became a Netflix in terms of instant streaming and stuff like that, then eventually downloadable games would become a lot more popular, because people would be more dependent on things like that, because, like, it's going to become a point where people are going to be like, well, why should I leave my couch to go to GameStop and buy this game if I can just go on my Xbox and download some cheaper game that I may not get quite as much fun out of, but nevertheless, I will save a 15 or 20 minute drive to GameStop, For certain games, people are going to go out to their GameStop to go buy them, of course, that's a no-brainer. But I'm saying, do you think that games like this could eventually become, like, available for an instant download on the day of release, to where shops like GameStop would go out of business like Hollywood Video? I don't know exactly what the status of Hollywood Video is, but I haven't seen one of those for about a year or so, because all the ones that are anywhere remotely near me have shut down ever since Netflix and Redbox and all that stuff came on the rise, and I'm really starting to wonder what other industries are going to be taking some similar kind of toll to this, as in if they are going to be primarily done online, because the entire world is going digital, and I honestly think the gaming industry is one of the next things that's going to go here. Now, I'm not saying that you're never going to be able to buy a Call of Duty disc ever again, and that you're only going to be able to download, a Call of Duty game straight to your hard drive. At least you won't be able to do that for a long while, but I'm saying things might be heading in that general area. And people are rumoring this. I'm not sure exactly if it's confirmed or not, but people are saying that on the Xbox 720s, you're not going to be able to play used games, because I really don't know why. I guess they just want to make more money, even though they're going to be having to make more copies of the game. And, older games are... people who want to get an older game are pretty much fucked at that point. But, I don't know, this sort of digital thing... I don't know how that would work out with that sort of situation. I don't know if they would be promoting that or not. Probably not. But I don't know. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you think that something like this is a possibility of the gaming industry going 100% or at least a lot more digital than it is now? And if so, would you be for this kind of change or against it? Do you like having the disc of your game Or would you rather download a full game on your Xbox the day of release and wait a few hours for it to download, but without having to leave your couch? So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments section below. And, yeah, that's about it for my thoughts on this and what I think might happen to this. Anyway, be sure to check out Nexuiz. It's actually a really fun game, and it's definitely something different. Like, I have to give it that much, if nothing else. There will be a link in the description, actually, where you can go and buy the game on the Xbox Live Marketplace, because I really do want you guys to check out the game, because I hate seeing people that are always like, oh man, I fucking hate Call of Duty, or I fucking hate Halo, or some other really mainstream title, and they just keep going out and buying the same game, you know, even though they know that they hated the previous one. This is definitely something different, so if you're tired of the hoi polloi of gaming, check out Nexuiz. Seriously, it's actually pretty fun, especially if you're into the really fast-paced kind of arena-type shooter. But anyway, yeah, that is about it for this commentary. I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!